Welcome. I am marketing expert and business coach Melissa Kellogg-Lewick, and this is the Doing Business Like a Woman podcast, where we are exploring and teaching you how women are reinventing the way business is done and money is made to help you create greater impact and financial freedom, one business at a time. Well, hello, ladies. How's it going? Hope you're having a fabulous day. Just checking my microphone settings. We're all good to go. Oh boy. I'm so glad to be with you today, and I'm so glad you are here with me and that we can sit and have a chat for a little while. I am enjoying a Friday afternoon, recording on a Friday afternoon, and it's all quiet in the house now, and my husband's been traveling, so he'll be coming home soon. The kids will be coming home soon, and the craziness will begin. But right now, it's just you and me. And so I wanted to talk with you today about something super important. One of the most important things that I have learned in my entrepreneurial journey. And it's also one of the first lessons that I'm going to be teaching during my new upcoming marketing class, which I'm so excited about. It's really the best, most transformational class that I will have ever taught in my life. It really is the culmination of everything that I have learned as an entrepreneur, taught and experienced in my own business as well as with my clients. And it really is a marketing class, but it's also a stepping into your CEO self-concept class. And but that all relates to marketing, and how we do one thing is how we do everything. And so it really is a class to help you own your value, your business value, and communicate it out to the world in a whole new, powerful, exciting way that serves and gives and really makes an impact on the world, because I really believe that great marketing is a gift. It's a gift that you give to prospective clients, to people that haven't even paid you yet or haven't even decided to work with you yet. And so it's such a beautiful service and gift to them, as well as everybody else that gets to enjoy it. So I hope you will join me for that class. But one of the first things that I'm going to teach is about becoming the who before the how. And so I wanted to share with you a little tidbit. Well, it's not going to be little, it's going to be a full-on lesson of what I'm going to be teaching during my class and throughout the month of June here in 2024. And so I wanted to share with you what I'm going to be teaching. And so you have a preview that you can go ahead and start using right away. And then if you join me during the month of June in the Marketing Essentialism course, then we can coach on it, and I can help you to apply this in your particular mind and business and marketing so that it becomes even more valuable for you. So, the reason I want to teach this is because one of the most important lessons that I have learned throughout my 20 years in entrepreneurship, being an entrepreneur and working with entrepreneurs, is that what we are thinking about ourselves, our work that we do, the service that we provide, the way that we provide it, the thoughts that we have about our clients, the thoughts we have about our audience, all of those in that whole soup, all mixed together, really determine the results that we get. And here is an example of that. I'll tell you a little story about myself. Quite a few years ago now, I don't know, let's see, what year are we in? 2024? I don't know, maybe 7 years ago, maybe more. I created an online course. And I had big dreams of what a lot of people that I talk to, you might relate to this, have big dreams of passive income where you create this magical course and put it out into the world and the people flock to it. And all you have to do is sit around and watch the dollars flow into your bank account. And I'm sure for some people it works like that. It did not work like that for me. And this is why. I'll tell you exactly why. So I built an online course. I took all of my knowledge and experience of marketing up to that point, and I put it into an online class that I produced. I recorded, I edited it, I signed up with Kajabi, which I still have and still love, and had to learn all the technology and bought the microphones and the cameras and all the things. And I recorded this course and I built this beautiful, beautiful course. But what was missing from that was really my confidence and my belief in what I had created, in myself as a teacher, in the experience that I had to share. I believed in the process. Like, I believed that if I created this thing, it would make money. And it did. It made a little bit of money, but certainly not the windfall that I had expected. And so what was missing for me in that whole process that I learned later on was that I did not have any confidence in myself and what I was teaching. I mean, I knew the concepts I was teaching worked, but I didn't have any confidence that going through this course could create the result that the student wanted. I didn't have confident thoughts around what I had created, what I had built. And so what that meant was that I created all of these things. I created this course, I created all of these teachings, but that I didn't have the confidence to sell it. Because what I was thinking about myself and about the course and about the students that would come through it and about my ability to market it were all stinky thoughts. Were all thoughts of inadequacy. Like, I'm not good enough to do this. I don't know how to do this. I don't know what to do. Right. And so the thoughts, I created this beautiful course, but the thoughts underpinning the sales and marketing of it were very self-defeating and limiting. And I didn't know at the time that what I needed to do was work on my thoughts. I thought I needed to work on my marketing activities, right? But when you underpin marketing activities with self-defeating thoughts and thoughts of inadequacy and thoughts of not enough and imposter, who am I? Then it's impossible to sell anything because I didn't have any belief in that course that it could create the result that it promised. I didn't have any belief in myself as a salesperson and a marketer to sell it. And so what you have to remember, and what I didn't know at the time, is that no one is going to believe in me, in my course, more than I do. So in order for me to stand in my power, in my confidence, in my conviction, I first have to work on my own thoughts and then create the marketing. And so this is where I see a lot of women that I talk to and that I work with and that I teach. This is where we all have to start. We all have to start by looking at what we're thinking. right? So often we'll set a big goal, or like me, I created this big course. And the first question I asked was how, and that we often ask is, how will we market this? How will we do this? How will we make this happen? Right? And so then we create a plan, but with the limited thinking, right? So it basically becomes like putting lipstick on a pig. It's still a pig, but with red lips, right? So we've all experienced this. And then what happens is then we hustle and hustle and hustle and try to overcompensate with activities and actions in order to make up for our lack of belief. And often then what happens is there's lots of tightness and stress and feelings of inadequacy and imposter syndrome and not enough. And then we don't get the results that we want. And then well, what I did is I just gave up. I was like, all right, back to the drawing board. What am I going to do next? Right? So the solution is to ask a better question. Instead of asking, how will we do this? The better question is, who do I need to be, or who do I need to become to create this, number one, and number two, to market this. And we're talking about marketing today. So who do I need to become, or what do I need to believe in order to market this effectively? Because I can tell you with 100% certainty that course was extremely valuable. That course inherently had nothing wrong with it. That course, had it reached tons and tons of people, would have helped tons and tons of people market their businesses and get the results that they wanted. But what was lacking is I didn't take the time to ask, who do I need to become? What do I need to believe about myself and my experience and the knowledge that I have put into this course in order to market it? Right? And so that's the better question. What do I need to be thinking about my marketing to create the results that I want to create? So how do we do that? So there's basically four steps to doing this. Number one is to ask great questions like I just offered and see what comes up. So for example, as I'm marketing this course, this marketing essentialism course, things are very different, right? I've learned from my past. And that's the whole thing. You always are going to be learning and getting better and growing, right? So there's no failure, there's only learning. So what I ask myself now is, who do I need to be to market this class and achieve my enrollment goal? How do I need to show up in order to create the results that I want, right? What do I need to believe about myself, about my course, in order to bring the people in who most want this and need this, right? So, for example, my answer might be something like, all right, I want to believe in the deep impact that this class will have on my students. I need to believe in the transformation that they will have in their confidence and self-concept as a result of this class. And, and you can just continue to list what are all the things that come up that you need to become or be or believe, right? I want to believe in the immense value that this class will create for them in their lives and their businesses. Like, the value of helping them to make more money, but also what are the intangible benefits, like the benefits of greater confidence and achieving their goals, and what that means to someone when they get to that point. Like, that's the value that this class is creating for them. I want to believe that I'm spreading the message of marketing, that marketing changes the world for good and feels good and can feel good to create and receive, right? So I have a list of beliefs that I want to work on, things I want to believe and ways I want to show up, right? I need to be the CEO that shows up in my power and conviction. And I need to be the woman that holds my belief and my energy all the way through the launch of this class, right? And that attends to my own care and cares for my energy. And I want to be the woman that has fun with this launch. And so when we have intention and we decide, first of all, who we want to be, how we want to show up, what we want to believe. And so that's the first step, right? And then the step two is keep going with those statements and those beliefs that you want to have until you feel the shift. And just as I'm reading these to you off of my notes, I'm starting to feel a shift. I start to feel I don't know, it's just like energy start to just like, it just like in the pit of my chest just begins like right where my diaphragm is. I can just feel like the vibration just begin to start in my body, right? And that's that shift. And that's that shift where those thoughts that I'm practicing begin to spark a feeling. They begin to spark an energy and that I want to experience when I'm creating my marketing and when I'm talking to you and when I'm teaching, right? And so for me, often that energy is or feeling or emotion that I want to have that I'm intentionally creating is feeling purposeful, feeling compelled, right? So those are two feelings that when I'm in those feelings, when I'm in that energy, I'm highly productive and my ideas and my inspiration just flow like mad. Like it just like pours out of me. You know, this is in this place, you can sit down, I can sit down and, just write like a half a dozen emails in an hour or something like that, right? Like things just come together very easily and quickly. So, but that all comes from first deciding who you want to be, what you want to be thinking, and then generating those feelings on purpose. Okay, and then next, number 3, you have to remember that you're not one and done. We can't just create great thoughts and feelings and then think that that's just going to stay there. Like we have to work on, it's like a muscle. If you can't expect to go to the gym for a week, build some muscle and then not go again anymore and maintain the muscle. You have to keep working out every, regular interval. You have to keep working out in order to maintain or build muscle. And so it's the same with our thoughts and with creating energy and creating our feelings, right? We have to make it a regular, deliberate practice that we'll do. And for me, it's every day. I do this work every day. And I am committed to that because I know that what it helps me to create, with the results it helps me to create, right? But I know that if I don't commit to it and don't do it every day or almost every day, then I fall into default thinking, which is along the lines of lots of doom and gloom, lots of pessimism, lots of defeatism, and lots of imposter syndrome and thinking I'm not good enough, right? Because our primal mind, our primal thinking wants us to stay safe, not do anything scary, and just stay in the cave. And so, when we entertain and promote those types of thoughts, allow a lot of those types of thoughts, that's where we go. We stay in the cave. We don't do anything scary. We don't show up. We hide. And so you're not one and done. This is a practice. Working on our thoughts and our feelings is a practice each day. It's just about creating intention, right? It's about, for me, it's in the morning. I create intention in the morning because I feel like how I go into the day is how the day will turn out for me. So I commit to it, and I ask you to commit to a practice of intentionally creating your thoughts and how you want to show up in your day, and in your marketing each day. And notice how it becomes easier. and notice the level and the quality of your productivity, the quality of the marketing that you create, because you are feeling purposeful and you're feeling committed, right? And compelled, and you remember the reason and the why for why you're doing what you're doing. And so that's number 3, is you're not one and done. And then finally, always start with who you want to be and create intention around that before the how or what that you want to do. And just make that part of your normal operating procedure. Right? And when you do that, you become the achiever of your goal internally, where everything begins, before you create it in the external world. And that is the the flow of creation. It has to start as an idea and a desire, and then a goal, and then intentional creation inside of you. And then you create it in the external world. You speak about it, you put it together, you put it out into the world, right? And so you'll have a much more effective, productive, and easier time marketing and creating and writing and speaking to your people that is much more likely to create the results that you want. And it's actually fun, right? I really believe that marketing can be fun when we see it as a way of serving our best fit clients, as a way of serving our community, serving our audience. It really can be a gift. And so that's why I wanted to bring this to you today, because when you start with deciding who you want to be before coming up with your plan of how you want to do it, you will have so much more success and you'll feel better too. So that's what I wanted to share with you today, my friends. And so this is a lesson that we're going to go much deeper into in my marketing essentialism class. And so all throughout the month of June, I hope you'll join me. It's $149, very affordable. And you get to hang out with me and work with me and have me as your coach for an entire month. And I would absolutely love that. And I would love to see you just really be able to have an entirely different self-concept around yourself as a marketer and around the marketing that you create, and just feel less overwhelmed, right? And feel more confident in your marketing and your messaging. And really, in that process, marketing takes much less time, right? There's much less overthinking and second guessing and redoing and overdoing, right? And we're also going to learn how to focus on the 20% of marketing that really matters and works best for you, and really blow that up and create a greater reach and greater results for your business. And so this class isn't about adding a bunch of new activities and new things on your to-do list. It's about cutting your to-do list by 80%. What would that be like? Doesn't that sound amazing? And leaving you with a one-page marketing plan that you are confident will work to meet your goals. So I hope you join me for that. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. And I would love to hear from you. You can always reply to the emails that you receive from me about this podcast. You can reach out to me on social media and find me in all the main places: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, at Melissa Kellogg Lewick. And I look forward to seeing you and hearing from you very soon. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hey, if you like this podcast, I would love for you to become a part of my community. Sign up for my Friday Selly. The link is in the show notes. And each Friday, I'm going to deliver to your inbox my weekly celebration as well as my thoughts on the latest in business and marketing. And I want to keep you in the know about my upcoming events, free trainings, free gifts, book clubs, all the fun things. And of course, I'm going to send you notification of my latest podcast episodes. So get signed up and I'll see you there.